Right then everybody, well good morning and welcome to another math session for children between the ages of 9 to 11 years old. It's aimed for children in year 5 or year 6 up to key stage 2. It's not to say if you're younger than that you can't join in, but I would recommend that you do have an adult nearby to help explain and help you understand some of the content that we're going to be going through this lesson. Now, a few people have been asking already, which is great to see. In this morning session, we're going to be learning about coordinates, but not just coordinates in the simplest way. We're going to talk about coordinates in 4 quadrants, and we're going to talk about translating shapes using their coordinates as well. It might sound complicated initially, but I think once you've seen it, if you don't quite remember the words, you'll remember all the learning you've done about it so far whilst you've been at school. So we'll go through it all together. First things first. When it wants to work, here we go. Make my screen just a little bit smaller. I'm probably going to move myself up here today because there is later on a little bit of work on show here. So there was a few resources linked in today's lesson, and one of them was this one here. It's a 4 quadrants coordinates poster. I've already downloaded it in here. It is. Give me a moment. This is for anyone who's using a smaller phone or tablet. Now, normally when we talk about a graph, we may only use one quadrant. So you've got your y-axis and your x-axis, and that's it. All with positive numbers. Going from 1, 0, up to 5 on this one, 0 up to 5 on this one, but they can obviously be as big as they need or as small as they need to be. But what we're going to be talking about today is talking about 4 quadrants. So we've got one quadrant here, we've got a second one here, third one here, and a fourth one here. You may notice as well, if you look at the x and y axis, from the point of 0, it can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but if you go the other way, it will go -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and the same with the y axis. It's positive numbers going up, negative numbers going down. So, what this means is we have to use slightly different values when we are giving coordinates to a location to describe where it is. So the example already in the chart for us here, we have got some letters. We've got the letters A, B, C, and D. In order to give the coordinates in the correct order, we have to give the numbers in a certain order. A certain number must come first. So, for example, the letter A. We can see on the x-axis it is the number 2. On the y-axis it is at the point of 3. We have to write the coordinates in the order 2, then the 3. We always put the x-axis value first, then the y-axis value second. So, in this case it would be 2, 3. A good way to remember this when you're trying to remember which way to do it, because obviously we're going to be talking about different directions, is to visualize the order that you go along the corridor and up the stairs. If we were doing one over here, like for example C, it would be along the corridor and down the stairs, to remind you which order to do the numbers in. I'm going to show you something else now so we can move ours about. I made this morning, so we're going to talk about this. Give me a moment, so I'm going to be able to load up today's video so I can see anybody who is commenting with any answers to today's lesson. One moment, everyone. Here it is. Perfect. Right, first things first. Going to plot A on our chart. Going to pop it here. And we'll do this one together. So, we're going to talk about the coordinates for A. First of all, we're going to go along the horizontal x-axis. We're going to go across. We've got 1, 2, and it's with 3. So at the moment, let me just make sure this does it correctly. The value is 3 even. Sorry, I should have formatted this a bit sooner. Make it nice and big. There we go. So we've got far too big. Sorry, everyone. Let's try that again. Oh, still too big. Trial and error, everyone. Let's see which number works best. Too big. I'm going to move a square. Let's go for that number. Let's go for that value. So we've got 3 first of all. So we've got 3. We'll put the comma in. And A is at 3. So we go along the corridor, up the stairs. It's at 3, 3. We do recommend we put our coordinates in brackets just in case we are giving more than one set of coordinates. We don't get them all confused and mixed up with each other. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop a few more of these around. I'm going to do, let's put B in the second quadrant. We'll go this way. So using the rules we've talked about of going along the corridor, then up the stairs, could you please give me the coordinates for B, please? I am keeping an eye on the chat, so you can comment in the chat and I will be able to see your answers. Well done, Grace. Well done for remembering your commas. Excellent. Thank you, Alfie. Excellent, Paulina and Adam. This is good. A few more moments and we'll go through it together. That is correct, everyone. Well done. A lot of you very rightly remembered to put your brackets in, so we'll start with that. Put the brackets in. And the first value, as we went along the corridor, is -4. That's the difference now in the second quadrant. We have some values that are minus values. So -4, and I've put the comma in to show the difference between the two. And then the y-axis gave us the value 3. So it was 4, 3 was the coordinates. Let's put C, though, in the third quadrant. So we've got the first, second, and the third quadrant. So let's not pop it there. Actually, I'm going to move it over here. There we go. Could you please give me the coordinates for C, everybody? Well done to everyone who got the answers right before. I can see that some people's streams are a little bit behind what I'm doing at the same time. There's usually a delay on all the streams, and it does vary based on where you are. I can see a few people are giving me some answers, which is excellent. Let me just remind you, for the values in order, you need to go along the corridor, and then you need to go, in this case, rather than up the stairs, we're going down the stairs. So the first number is along the corridor, and then down the stairs. Let's go through this one together then. So, the C is plotted over here. So we'll go along the corridor first. So we get to -5. So let me put the comma in. -5. Then we go down the stairs as far as the value of -4. So that is the correct coordinates. I saw that some people had put, instead of -5, they put -4 and -5 in this order. Therefore, C would have actually appeared there with those coordinates. -4, -5. You have to make sure we get them in the correct order. Last one now. I think we're getting rather good at this now. So let's put this one here. There you go. So can you please give me the coordinates for D, everybody? Excellent, well done everybody. You've remembered that we need to go along the corridor first, then down the stairs. So please make sure you get the numbers in the correct order, otherwise you're going to give me a very different coordinate. So the answer is along the corridor. We go along the corridor, we get to 1. Then we go down the stairs in this case, and we get to -3. Some people will give me this value instead. Give me a moment. Some people are saying they think it's -3, 1. Okay? If that's correct, this is where it would appear. So -3, we go along the corridor and up the stairs. This is why it's important we give the correct numbers in the correct order. If you get the numbers mixed up, I knew exactly what you were trying to communicate. If you were saying this one, I knew exactly what you meant. But if I follow those instructions, it puts me all the way over here rather than all the way down here. That is why we always give the x-axis value first, then the y-axis, or along the corridor, and then up or down the stairs. It's easy to do, it's easy to forget, but that's why we've gone through it carefully together. So, a few quick games now, just to go through this, a little quiz. So, which letter is at the coordinate -5, 3? Is it the A, E, or S? Which one is at -5, 3? Thank you, Grace. Well done. Well done, Alfie. Well done, Jay. Well done, Lily. The answer, of course, well done, Geeta, is S. Because we need to go along the corridor to -5. Here we have it. And then we need to go up the stairs to 3. And we arrive at S. Well done to everyone who got that one correct. Next one. Which letter is it this coordinate, please? 4 - 1. 4 - 1. Remember to go along the corridor and then up or down the stairs. It depends if it's a positive or negative number. Well done to all of you who got the previous answer correct, because your comments are just coming through to me now. Well done, Isabella. Well done, Jay. Well done, Paulina and Adam. Excellent work. Well done, Lily. That is correct. Let's follow the coordinates. It gives us the value of 4, so along the corridor to 4, and then down the stairs to -1, and we arrive at H. Well done, everyone. Well done, Keenan. Well done, Napisha. Well done, Maddie. Let's move on to the next one. So, you can read this one yourselves now, please. Have a go at reading this one, please, and giving me the correct answer. Well done, Alex and Harry, for the previous right answer. And Alfie, your answers are just coming through to me now, and Olivia. Please have a go at this one. Well done, Jay. Well done, Isabella. Well done, Jason. Well done, Geeta. Well done, Leo. Well done, Alfie. Let's have a go at this one. So the coordinates are -2, -3. So the first instruction is to go along the corridor on the x-axis to -2. So we'll go to -2. Here it is. Next, we need to go down the stairs to -3. Oh, the mouse has disappeared. We need to go down the stairs until we are in line with -3. And we arrive at the letter C. Well done, everyone who got that one correct. Well done. Couple more, and we're going to move on to a different activity. Let's have a go at this one, please. Those are the coordinates. Remember to go along the corridor to the first number. Once you've done that, you want to go up until you're in line with the second number to go up the stairs and work out which letter it is. Well done, Alfie, Isabella and Jason and Maddie. Let's go through it then. So the first instruction was along the corridor to the value of 1. Then we need to go up the stairs to the value of 5 from that point. So up we go until we get to the value of 5, and it is Y. That is correct. Right, we're going to move on to something else. I'm going to jump out of this for a second. We're going to move to this slide over here. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to be giving coordinates, plotting the coordinates, so that we can make a shape. So can you tell me which coordinate we are missing to plot in order to make the shape of a square? Which one is missing? And you've got 3 suggestions in here. Is it -3, -4, -3, 4, or 4, -3? Trying to make a square, so can you work out where it is you need to plot the next point? Well done, Paulina and Adam. Well done, Jay, straight away. If you're having any connection issues, you need to refresh the screen, please. Well done, Alfie. Well done, Alfie. 2 Alfies. Well done. Both of you back to back giving me the answers. I know that in the chat it's somewhat tricky to do it nice and easily, but if you are writing the answers down, please do remember to put brackets around your numbers. I'm not too bothered if you're not doing it in the chat, just to remind you, if you are working on paper or on like a test paper or something and giving answers, do try to remember to include the brackets like they do here. Well done, everyone, you are correct. The correct option is 4 -3. Here we are, so we'll go along to 4, down to the value of -3, and it gives us the square we were looking for. Let's try a more complicated shape slightly. So, what is the missing coordinate needed to complete the drawing of the isosceles trapezium? The isosceles trapezium. Well done, Jay. Very quick on the ball today, Jay, giving all the answers. It's great to see. Well done, Keenan, for the correct answer from before. Well done, Alfie. Here are the 3 suggestions for the answers if you need any ideas to try. And I'll show you now. The answer is 1 -2. The value of 1 along the corridor to 1, down the stairs to the value of -2. Here we have it. Right, everyone. Last one. What is the missing coordinate needed to complete the drawing of the rectangle? I know it's probably appearing quite alright to you on your side of the stream, boys and girls, but for me, sometimes the picture goes a bit funny, so it's a little bit harder for me to read. So I do apologise for that. So what is the missing coordinate needed to complete the drawing of the rectangle? Is it 3 minus 2 minus 3 minus 2 minus 2, 3? Which one is it? If you need explaining again, I do recommend that you refresh the session and you walk back from the start. I'm very sorry I can't go through everything that we've done so far, as we've already done 25 minutes of the lesson and I can't keep everyone else waiting. Lots of correct answers already from Grace, from Adam and Paulina, from Jay, from Geeta, from Harry, from Napisha, or from Alfie. Excellent. You are correct. The point we want to plot is here, so that we can join all the dot points up to make a rectangle. So the value is minus 3, minus 2. Here we have it. The last thing we're going to do now is going to move on to another resource that we post online, and these are our challenge cards. I've downloaded some already, and I just want to show you them and talk about how to do them. So I'm just going to bring up one rather large, top of the screen. We're going to talk about this one here. So what it wants you to do initially with all of them is it wants you to plot the coordinates they give here. It wants you to plot minus 5, 1. So we'd go along, minus 5, 1, we'd plot here, minus 1, 4, so we go along, and up here to 4, then 5, 0, so 1 here, and then 1, minus 3. Then it's asking us to tell them what the shape is. This is the new bit. It then wants us to translate the shape up by 1. So I want to show you what we mean by that. Let me just remove some of the work we were doing before. We don't need this on the page. Right, everyone. What I'm going to do is going to plot some points for you. We're going to go for 1, 1. We're going to go for 1, 2. We're going to go for 3, 1. And we're going to go for 3, 2. And when we join all those up together, we will get a rectangle. We're going to use the same. We're going to do the same thing this question asks us to do here. It's asking us to translate the shape up 1. What we are going to do, we'll do it properly, for what it means is, realistically, we're going to pick this shape up and move it up by 1 on the coordinates. So we'd replot it. So we're going to have a go at doing that now. Got some more plots, and I'm going to use the blue rectangle to show you where it goes to. So the value of this coordinate here is 1, 1. If we're going to move it up by 1 coordinate, we'd move it from 1, 1 to 1, 2, because it's going up. We'd do the same with the 1, 2 coordinate, so we'd move that one up by 1. And we'd keep doing that with all the coordinates. Oops. Keep doing that with all the coordinates, so we move 3, 1 up to 3, 2. And the 3, 2 coordinate up to 3, 3. And we would move, translate the shape up by 1. So, in order to show you a better and cleaner way of doing it, we're going to move it now down. We're going to translate it by 3. So we're going to move all these coordinates by 3. So let's start with 1, 1. We're going to move it down by 3. So it will move from there to go 1, 2, 3. Move that one back. And I'm just going to swap it to this one. So we go 1, 2, 3. So the new coordinate now is 1 minus 2. Let's move this one now. The one at 1, 2, we're going to go down. We're going to go, oops, not like that. grab another extra coordinate for us. We're going to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Here it is. And we'll repeat that for all the coordinates. 1, 2, 3. And down again. 1, 2, 3. So in this case, we have translated the shape down by 3. We've moved all the points down. We can keep doing this and moving all the coordinates as you go around, but what we're going to do this time is I'm just going to move this one back. Last challenge I'm going to give you. We're going to move all the coordinates for this shape left by 4. Left by 4. So I'm not going to give you the values of all of these. Left by 4. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you please give me the 4 coordinates that I need to now move? Can you please give me the values in the chat? Just give you a minute or so to type them in. Just keep an eye on the chat. Anybody give me the correct answers? Excellent. See a few people putting the answers in. So the first one, we'll give it to you again, is -1, 1. What about this one here? What's this value? Of course, it's -3, 1. Reminding ourselves to go along the corridor and up or down the stairs. And we're going up in this case. Excellent work. The next one, -1, 2. And the next one, -3, 2. Now, that is the end of today's maths session. If you're finding any of this a little bit tricky, this is the PowerPoint I was using in today's session, and I have linked it with today's video. By all means, download it, go through each slide at a time, read it, and watch the explanations as they go through it. There are some activities during the session that you can follow. And at the end of that, there are these coordinates challenge cards that you can download, and they give you challenges of things you can do. I'm not sure if it's got answers in here. It does. So if you have a go at these and you are a little bit stuck, you can go to the end of the document to look at the answers to talk about what the answers are. So that is the end of today's math session. Thank you for taking part and joining in. I'm sorry if I've not been able to explain everything to each person individually. I can't do that to everyone over video chat at the same time, because at times we've had 50, 60, maybe 100 people in the chat, and I can't do it each and every time to each person. But if you have got any more questions, do re-watch the video. Do go look back over the resources that I've used in today's video and go through them together. Maybe ask your mum or dad to go through it with you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you back again at the same time next week. Bye everyone.